Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the past few days I have been feeling really off and I just didn't feel like myself. I was just so unmotivated to do anything in my studio. I was planning on posting up a vlog this week. I did film the past 2 days, but when I reviewed all of the footage, I just didn't like how it turned out. The quality of the audio wasn't up to par. And when I'm not 100% happy with the footage, I'm not going to post it. So I scrapped all that, and at the same time, the fact that I was really unmotivated just really put me down, and I just pretty much didn't do anything. I did sketch a little bit, but I was just like not in the mood, so I just stopped right away. So yesterday I just thought to myself, you know, let me just sleep this off, and in the morning, hopefully I'll feel much better. And I believe that when you have a good night's rest, your mind will become much more clearer and you will become more motivated, which is why I wanted to film this video, because I do have some tips on how to stay motivated. If you guys are interested in a full video on all that, just leave a comment down below. But today I just want to talk about a couple of the tips that I find is very helpful to me. One of them has to do with getting some rest. You know, when you are constantly working and you're just on autopilot and you're not thinking straight, your work won't become the best that it should be. Getting enough rest, at least 7 or 8 hours a night, I find is really good to be really energized and more motivated to do what you need to do. And also, I tried something out. You know, I think most of us, you know, once we wake up in the morning, we have our phone right next to us. Don't lie, I know you do. And so many times when my alarm goes off, which is always on my phone, I grab my phone and, you know, I'll literally check Instagram and Snapchat right away, and I won't get out of bed for maybe an hour. I know. So last night, I also told myself, maybe if I, you know, moved my phone a little further from the bed, I will be able to get up right away. So that's what I did. What I did was I put my phone on my dock across my bed, which was in the corner near my window. And seriously, just with that little change, I immediately woke up and I didn't go back to bed. I put my volume on full blast, so once my alarm went off in the morning, I just immediately like sat up in my bed. I went straight to my phone and I turned it off, and I went straight to the bathroom. Usually I would just stay in bed the whole time. To have your smartphone further from your bed, I find that it's really helpful to just get up in the morning, you know? It's so weird how that just happened. Like, when I grabbed my phone and I put it back on the dock and I went straight to the bathroom, for some reason, my mood was completely different than it usually is. I was very, like, energized, and I felt already motivated to just get my day started. And seriously, the simple things like that can really change your day. And yeah, so what I did was I got ready, I had a small breakfast, and I went straight to this coffee shop that I love going to. I don't go there often because it's kind of a drive, and if you know me personally, I don't like to drive. But since I live in San Diego, driving is essential. You have to drive. So the cafe that I love is in North Park, and it's called Cafe Calabria, and I've been there a few times already, and I did some urban sketch there maybe last year, and I've been itching to go back. I think this time was actually my first time going there alone. I always went with like my sister or my friends, and being there alone, I just felt more motivated to do what I set out to do. So I got there, I got my usual favorite, which is the Cafe Viennese, and it is so good. Like, if you guys live in San Diego and you've never been there, or you plan to visit San Diego in the future, go to this cafe and try their cafe Viennese because it is so bomb. So that goes to my second tip, which is go out. Go out and get inspired, because when you're constantly in your house and you're just cooped up in your room, it's really hard to stay motivated, especially when you're just surrounded by, you know, your stuff. It's really hard to constantly be working, and that's what happens to me often. I get distracted easily. I have all my gadgets right in front of me. I have my iPad, my MacBook Pro, my phone. So when I want to work, I end up, you know, going on the internet, and it just really hinders me from completing my projects. And it's really frustrating because it's so hard to stop myself from, you know, checking Instagram and checking Snapchat, which I'm currently addicted to. Yeah, so when I woke up today, I told myself, you know, I think it's better if you work in a different environment than your studio, because, I mean, I do have inspiration in my studio, but I feel that every now and then working in an environment that I'm not used to and being surrounded by people who are hustling and are constantly working, you know, they're on their laptops and they're just in their own world and they're in their zone. So I felt that I needed to be in that environment so that I can feed off from them and to easily get motivated. And seriously, it works all the time. I don't know why I don't do it all the time. Mainly because maybe I'm just lazy with driving, which I just told you earlier. But seriously, if I lived more in that area, more near like a coffee shop, I would go there more often and be more inspired and motivated by all these people surrounding me. And you know, seriously, once I sat down and I had a sip of my Viennese, I was ready to work. You know, I instantly took out my mini sketchbook and I started working on it, and I got at least 4 pages done in like maybe half an hour. I did get some color down, and you know, I was just ready to work. So that's definitely one of the best tips I can give you with trying to stay motivated, because I feel that when you're by yourself, motivation doesn't come across too easily. I feel that when you surround yourself with positivity and just people who are working, you are easily, you know, influenced by that, and all those good vibes and energy just kind of get sucked into you that you just want to work. So yeah, it just really made me happy just sitting there. And you know, my parking was like 2 hours long, so I had to make sure that I got enough done in 2 hours. And also, you know, when I decided to take a break with my mini sketchbook, I took out my Muji notebook and I started taking notes. So I've had this idea for a long time, but it wasn't until today where I actually thought of actually doing it. And my idea has to do with my doodlinas, and I had this fun idea with going to coffee shops and just taking note of all the different girls that walk into the coffee shop, and I take note of, you know, what they look like, what they wear, what kind of drink they buy, and I just kind of use my intuition to just kind of think of what kind of person this girl is and what they do for a living. So I want to do a cool project with that on my Instagram, and hopefully it goes well. Stay tuned for that. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I'm just telling you now that that's a new idea. I just feel so much better now. I feel so inspired, and I just want to get back to working. I mean, hello, I'm recording this video for you guys, and I wasn't planning on posting a video today just because yesterday I wasn't feeling my best, but today was a total 180 and I feel like I can do anything. And I hope that this video resonates with you and that you become more motivated and inspired by this video, because I want you guys to feel what I'm feeling right now and just keep doing what you love. And I know everyone goes through these types of days where you feel unmotivated and just need a little pick-me-up. And hopefully this video really helps you out, because it's not fun to have artist block. It's not fun to not know what to do. So yeah, just keep going, and that is all I gotta say. So create every day, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video. And that truck is so loud. Bye! I wanted to purchase Wendy McNaughton's book called Meanwhile in San Francisco, The City in Its Own Words. I have this in a Kindle version, but